Did you know that nearly every successful person, whether they're entrepreneurs, athletes, or innovators, credits a single principle for their achievements? It's not talent, wealth, or even luck. It's a universal law that governs success, and it's available to anyone willing to use it. Right now, this principle is silently shaping your life, influencing your decisions, habits, and opportunities. The only difference between thriving and struggling is how you apply it. In this video, we're going to reveal this game-changing law and show you exactly how to use it to turn your dreams into reality. Stick around because what you're about to discover could be the turning point you've been searching for. The law we're talking about isn't magic or wishful thinking. It's a universal principle that governs the outcomes in your life. It's often referred to as the law of cause and effect. Simply put, everything that happens in your life is a direct result of your actions, thoughts, and decisions. Success doesn't just happen by chance. It's created when you take specific actions that align with specific outcomes. Think of it this way. Every choice you make, no matter how small, sets off a chain reaction. It's like planting seeds. What you plant is exactly what you'll grow. If you show positivity, focus, and effort, you'll reap success and growth. But if you plant doubt, laziness, or negativity, you can't expect anything good to come of it. This principle is the foundation of all progress, whether it's personal, professional, or emotional. The beauty of this law is that it's completely neutral. It doesn't care who you are, where you come from, or what you've been through. It simply responds to the causes you create. The results you see today are a reflection of the causes you've put in motion in the past. Understanding this law is the first step to taking control of your life and shaping it exactly the way you want. The law of cause and effect works in a straightforward yet incredibly powerful way. Every action you take leads to a result, whether you notice it or not. The process starts with your thoughts. Your mindset influences your choices guide your actions, and your actions determine your results. It's a cycle, and the good news is you have the power to steer it in any direction you choose. Let's look at an example. Imagine you're trying to learn a new skill. If you practice daily and stay consistent, the result is improvement and mastery over time. That's the effect of the causes you created through action. Now compare that to someone who only talks about learning the skill but never actually takes steps to do it. The result? Frustration, stagnation, and unfulfilled goals. The law doesn't play favorites. It simply reflects the energy and effort you put into the process. This principle also works on a deeper level. Think about your relationships. When you consistently show kindness, respect, and understanding, those same qualities often come back to you in return. On the flip side, negative behavior creates friction and distance. The law mirrors what you give. The key to harnessing this law is awareness. Most people go through life unaware of how their actions and thoughts shape their reality. But once you understand this concept, you can consciously choose actions that align with the life you want to create. Small intentional steps can lead to massive transformations when the right causes are set into motion. The real power lies in your ability to act purposefully and consistently, knowing that the results will follow. Your mindset is the foundation for how effectively you can use this law. It's the lens through which you see the world, shaping your beliefs, decisions, and actions. A positive, growth-oriented mindset allows you to see challenges as opportunities and setbacks as stepping stones. On the other hand, a fixed or negative mindset limits your ability to create the causes that lead to meaningful effects. Think about this. If you believe you're incapable of achieving something, your actions will reflect that belief. You'll hesitate, procrastinate, or avoid challenges altogether, and the results will mirror your lack of effort. But when you adopt a mindset of possibility and determination, even small steps forward can compound into significant progress. To align your mindset with the law, start by recognizing the power of your thoughts. What you focus on grows. If your mind is consumed with doubt, negativity, or fear, those thoughts will ripple into your actions and outcomes. But if you replace those thoughts with belief, clarity, and a sense of purpose, you're already setting powerful causes into motion. It's also important to identify and challenge limiting beliefs. Ask yourself, are there ideas you've been holding on to that no longer serve you? For example, beliefs like I'm not good enough or it's too late to start act as invisible barriers to progress. Shift those thoughts into empowering ones like I'm capable of learning or every moment is a new opportunity. Your mindset is like the soil where you plant seeds. Make sure it's fertile ground for growth and success. Now that you understand the law and the importance of mindset, let's talk about how to apply it in your personal life. Start by identifying areas where you want to see change. Is it your relationships, your health, or your overall happiness? Whatever it is, the first step is taking ownership of your current situation. Remember, your present reality is a result of the actions and choices you've made so far. Once you've identified your focus, create intentional causes that lead to the results you want. For example, if you want to strengthen your relationships, start by becoming the kind of person you'd want to connect with. Show empathy, communicate openly, and invest time in the people who matter to you. These actions will naturally create the effect of deeper and more meaningful relationships. When it comes to personal goals, consistency is key. Let's say you want to improve your health. The law works when you commit to actions like eating nutritious meals, exercising regularly, and getting enough sleep. Over time, these small, intentional steps will create a noticeable transformation in how you feel and look. It's also essential to practice patience. The effects of the law aren't always immediate, but they're always working. Think of your actions as drops of water filling a bucket. Each drop may seem small on its own, but over time, the bucket will overflow. By focusing on consistent, positive actions, you're creating a life that aligns with your goals and the law isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Even small improvements add up when you're intentional and committed. Take control of your actions and you'll be amazed at the changes you can create in your personal life. The law of cause and effect is a game changer when applied to your career and finances. Success in these areas doesn't happen by accident. It's the result of deliberate actions, strategic decisions, and consistent effort. If you want to climb the ladder of success or achieve financial freedom, you must create the right causes to make it happen. Start with clarity. What are your career goals? Whether it's earning a promotion, starting a business, or increasing your income, define what success looks like for you. Once you know what you're aiming for, focus on the actions that align with that vision. If you want to excel in your career, develop skills that add value to your organization, build strong relationships with colleagues, and take initiative on challenging projects. These actions not only build your reputation, but also set the stage for greater opportunities. When it comes to financial growth, the same principles apply. Creating financial security isn't about luck. It's about consistent habits like budgeting, saving, and investing wisely. Each choice you make with your money, whether it's cutting unnecessary expenses or learning about investment strategies, creates causes that lead to financial stability over time. Remember, the law rewards persistence. If you're building a business, every small step, whether it's reaching out to potential clients, refining your product, or marketing your services, contributes to long-term success. The key is to focus on what you can control and take consistent action even when progress feels slow. The results will come when you trust the process and stay committed. The power of the law of cause and effect isn't just philosophical, it's deeply rooted in logic and supported by science. Psychologists often refer to this principle as behavioral conditioning, where repeated actions lead to predictable outcomes. Neuroscience also shows that consistent actions create neural pathways in the brain, making new habits and skills easier to develop over time. Here's how it works. Your brain is wired to adapt and change based on your behavior. When you repeatedly take specific actions, your brain strengthens the connections related to those actions. This is called neuroplasticity. For example, if you consistently practice a skill like public speaking or learning a new language, your brain becomes more efficient at performing those tasks. The result? You improve, and the positive effects compound over time. In a broader sense, this law also aligns with the concept of momentum. Newton's first law of motion states that an object in motion stays in motion unless acted upon by an external force. This principle applies to life too. When you take consistent action toward your goals, you build momentum, making it easier to keep moving forward. Conversely, inaction creates stagnation, making it harder to start again. Scientific studies on goal setting also reinforce this principle. Research shows that people who break their goals into actionable steps and track their progress are significantly more likely to achieve success. Why? Because they're actively creating the causes that lead to their desired effects. By understanding the logic and science behind this law, you can see why it works so reliably. It's not about luck or guesswork, it's about creating intentional patterns of behavior that align with the results you want. The more you understand and apply this principle, the more control you'll have over the outcomes in your life. Even though the law of cause and effect is straightforward, many people struggle to apply it effectively. The most common mistake? Expecting instant results. This law works over time, like planting a seed and waiting for it to grow. People often give up too soon because they don't see immediate outcomes. Remember, consistency is key. Every small positive action you take is a step closer to your goal, even if it doesn't feel like it at the moment. Another mistake is taking passive action instead of intentional action. For example, spending hours researching a topic without ever putting the knowledge into practice. Action is the real driver of change. Reading about fitness won't get you healthy. Exercising regularly will. Learning about financial success won't make you wealthy. Applying strategies like saving and investing will. Many also underestimate the impact of small negative choices. Skipping one workout or overspending a little might not seem like a big deal, but these small actions add up over time. They become habits, and habits shape your outcomes. Awareness is crucial. Be mindful of the choices you make every day because they're building your future. Lastly, people often fail to align their actions with their goals. They may set ambitious goals, but then take actions that contradict them, like wanting financial freedom but spending impulsively. To avoid this, ensure your daily habits reflect the results you want. The law doesn't work in isolation. It needs your intentional and consistent effort. The transformative power of the law of cause and effect is evident in countless success stories across various fields. Entrepreneurs often credit their achievements to consistent action. They didn't build businesses overnight. They started small, learned from failures, and stayed persistent. Every step they took, even the small ones, contributed to the bigger picture. Take, for instance, someone who wanted to run a marathon but had never run a mile. Instead of diving in head first, they began with short runs, gradually increasing their endurance over weeks and months. That daily commitment to improvement eventually led to achieving their goal. This is the law in action. Small, consistent efforts producing significant results over time. The same principle applies to personal development. People who've transformed their lives often say the change started with a single choice: committing to better habits. Whether it's waking up earlier, meditating, or prioritizing learning, these small actions created momentum, leading to bigger, life-altering effects. Even in relationships, the law shines through. Imagine two friends or partners who make an effort to communicate openly and express appreciation regularly. Over time, these actions strengthen their bond, creating a foundation of trust and connection. On the flip side, neglect or negativity can slowly erode even the strong. The evidence is clear. The law of cause and effect works universally. It doesn't discriminate. It simply responds to the actions you take. Whether you want success in your career, personal life, or overall happiness, this law is your ally, ready to help you create the results you desire if you put it into practice. The law of cause and effect is the most powerful principle you can use to transform your life. It's not a secret reserved for a select few. It's a universal truth that anyone can harness. Every action you take, every decision you make, sets the foundation for the results you'll experience tomorrow. The beauty of this law lies in its simplicity. You don't need luck, talent, or perfect circumstances to succeed. All you need is intentional effort and consistency. So, what will you do with this knowledge? The first step is to reflect on your current results. Are they aligned with the life you want? If not, it's time to take ownership of your actions and start creating the causes that will lead to your desired outcomes. Begin with small, manageable changes and stay committed. Whether it's improving your mindset, setting goals, or building better habits, remember that each step you take is moving you closer to your dream life. It's also important to stay patient. Real change takes time, but the results are worth it. Every positive action you take is like a ripple in a pond, spreading outward and creating a bigger impact than you might realize. Trust the process and keep going, even when progress feels slow. Now it's your turn. Decide what area of your life you want to transform and take the first step today. Don't wait for the perfect moment. The perfect moment is now. The law is already at work in your life. The question is whether you're using it intentionally or letting it run on autopilot. Take control and you'll be amazed at the changes you can create. Remember, the power to change your life isn't out there. It's already within you. The law of cause and effect is your roadmap to success, and you have everything you need to start the journey. So, what are you waiting for? Start today and watch as your efforts transform your entire life.